All right, so we're going to take this quite a bit in the hips, and this is going to basically be prep that would lead you toward Firefly pose if you were to take it there. And we're just going to give a try toward the setup toward the end of class. I don't expect you to get to the full pose. It's a very difficult arm balance to come into, but you'll definitely feel this in the inner thighs, get into the hamstrings quite a bit as well, other areas too. But that's where we're going primarily, so have that in mind as we go through the different variations of the poses with this sequence. So to start, let's start this on our backs. So go ahead and bring yourself all the way down. We're going to take this into Supta Baddha Konasana. So basically, once you're down, soles, feet together, knees out wide. And just take a moment to feel this out and adjust your position. So with the feet touching, try to relax around the hips and let the knees settle down toward the floor. And if your hips are a little bit tighter the way mine are, where the knees are more than a couple inches up off the mat, slide your feet away from you. Make a longer diamond shape with your legs. And then again, just relax around the hips to let your knees settle toward the floor as best you can. And bring your hands onto your inner thighs, not really to press down, but just to encourage your knees to lower even further. Let your low back take its natural arch. Let your shoulders sink down. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And just start to deepen your breathing here. So with your inhales, pulling as much air as you can, try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then when you exhale, just open your eyes. And just take things slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then with the exhale, just reach your arms forward, hands between your knees somewhere. Inhale, reach us out long. Exhale, arms forward. Inhale, reach us out long. And then exhale forward again. Inhale, reach us out long. And then with the exhale, reach the arms forward and curl up as well. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, stay lifted. Now belly pull in, press your low back down. You can always pull your heels in close if you need to hold on to this. And we'll go back and forth from this position, so curling. With your next inhale, roll this out. And then with the exhale, curl forward. Inhale, roll this out long. Exhale, curl forward again. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl forward. Try to lift a little higher each time. Inhale, roll this out long. Exhale, curl forward again. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl, stretch forward through your fingertips. Inhale, roll this out long. And then with the exhale, curl forward again. Inhale, roll this out long. Now with the exhale, curl one more time and hold here. Belly pulled in, low back down. Stretch forward through the fingertips. Try to bring your shoulders up a little bit higher. And then with your next inhale, roll this out long. And with your exhale, curl, keep reaching past your head. So just bring the hands to the floor with the palms facing up. Press your shoulders down. And then keep the feet touching, but let your body twist. So fold both knees over to the right side. And then pull the left knee out wide and bring the right knee over to the left. And just keep moving back and forth like this, side to side. Now keep your shoulders grounded as the rest of your body twists, and just breathe here. We're just loosening things up. And then go ahead and finish this with your knees coming down to the left side one more time. And then pull the right knee out wide so the legs are back in Baddha Konasana. Soles feet together, knees still wide. Now I'm going to take this to a variation of bridge. So I want you to pull your heels in close enough to your seat that you can start with your low back as flat as possible. So arms long past your head, press into the shoulders, press the backs of the hands down, and just keep your gaze high. We'll lift the hips back and forth. So with an inhale, press into your feet, squeeze your glutes and lift up. Exhale, roll your spine down. Inhale, press your hips high again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, press your hips high. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, lower. Now with your next inhale, lift your hips up one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep the hips pressing up, and at the same time, try to pull your knees out wide and just breathe. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just roll all the way back down again. Now once you're down, go ahead, bring your arms down to your sides. And then set your feet flat on the floor. We're going to take one more variation of bridge. Now this time, with your feet flat, step the feet out a little bit wider than your hips, heels in, toes out. And bring the heels in close enough to your seat that you start with your low back basically flat. Now just keep your gaze up high and let's take it up and down like this. So with an inhale, press into the floor, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And then with the exhale, roll this down. Inhale, press your hips up high again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, come down. Now with your next inhale, press up high and hold. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. And hold that tension of the glutes. Now to take this further, squeeze your knees toward each other as well. And keep all that tension, keep lifting. And keep holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And on 1, just bring everything down. Now once you come down, pull your knees to your chest, bring your hands to your knees, squeeze everything in tight. And go ahead, lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. Now once you're curled up, take this further still. We're going to keep the legs in Baddha Konasana. So I want you to go ahead and reach forward between your knees and take hold of the big toes. Now as you find that grip, pull the elbows in around your ribs, keep the knees out wide. And now we're going to move back and forth from here, so you need to round your spine as much as you can. Lift your shoulders and work to lift your tailbone up off the floor. Now, if you don't maintain that round, and keep in mind, you're just going to get stuck on your back. So try to take this back and forth as best you can. So I want you to hold this grip and then roll back onto the shoulders. And then come forward toward your tailbone, towards seated. And just take this back and forth, knees out wide, holding the big toes. Try to hold the rounding in your spine as best you can. And then once you've gone back and forth like this, let's say about 5 times, work to bring this up to a seat with your feet still lifted. Now we're taking this to a variation of boat. Now if you set the feet down, you can always pick them back up. And then pull the heels in close, keep your knees wide, draw the elbows in around your waist and bring your chest forward. Try to sit this up tall. Just breathe here for a moment. Now hold your balance here as best you can. And just release the grip on the feet. Keep the feet together, but reach your arms straight forward. Now from here, we're going to pulse this. So the whole idea is to try to bring the knees toward your armpits as close as you can, curling in. So while you're balancing here on my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, just stay balanced. Then we'll take it through one more round. So again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And on 1, stay curled in this time. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands and find all fours. And once you come into all fours, just move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side and feel things out. Notice where you loosen, where you tight. And maybe shake your legs out a little bit as well. After having the knees to the sides, you're probably feeling things in the hips. And then as you're ready, just bring things back into all fours. Now let's take this into the wrists a little bit further. So bring the hands in a little bit close to your knees, maybe about 1 or 2 hands lengths forward. And make your hands into fists. 4 fingers in your palms, thumbs outside. Bring the backs of both hands down to the floor. And then with the fists still clenched and the fingers curled in, press the hands into each other like you're punching one hand to the next. And then try to straighten your arms as much as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, hold on to this. Try to keep your arms basically straight and just let your shoulders move from side to side for a moment. And then just bring this into center, and we'll take it down lower from one side to the next. So once you bend the elbows, but bring the right elbow all the way down to the floor. And then come back up towards straight. Bring it down on the left side. And come back up and just keep on moving side to side at your own pace, lowering one elbow and then the other with the hands still pressing together the whole time. Now just give this another round or so. Try to finish down on the left side before you come back up to center and then just hold. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Maybe just move a little bit side to side. Just breathe into the tension. And then go ahead and release that. Come up onto the fingertips. And just bring yourself into your regular all fours to set this up. Now palms down. Wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. And then bring your knees together. Bring your feet together as well. And then just keep the hands where they are, but with your palms down. Rotate your fingertips out to the sides and then toward the direction of your feet. And do that on both sides. Now spread your fingers wide, press your fingertips down. Grip the floor as hard as you can and keep that grip. Keep your spine lifted. Now as you hold on to this, we're going to take it back and forth, just moving from the legs. So as you hold, keep gripping the floor with the fingertips. Don't let go. But bring the right knee down outside your left leg. So cross your legs tight and try to pull the hips back a little bit. You'll feel a stretch in the outer hip probably. And then come back to center with the knees side by side. Bring the left knee down behind the right leg. Squeeze the legs together. Pull your hips back. And then come back into center. Right knee crosses past your left leg and pull the hips back again. Come back to center here. Bring the left knee down past your right leg. Squeeze and lean back. And then bring it into center. Bring the right knee past the left leg one more time. Pull your hips back. Keep gripping the floor. And then come back into center. And then left knee past your right leg, squeeze, pull your hips back, grip the floor. And then just come back to center again. Now come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels and take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, come into all fours. And we're going to take this down further. We're going to take this into a reclining position here. Now I want you to bring yourself down onto the right forearm and then down onto the right hip so you're open toward your left side. Now the right leg's going to be straight. The toes, the right foot point to the side. Left foot steps down flat behind your right foot, behind the right leg, I should say. And keep your left hand in front of the chest. Lean onto your left hand. Now this is where we start taking it into the inner thighs. So you're going to feel different spots in your hips and the inner thighs lighting up. So go ahead, press into the floor. And as you press in left foot, lift your right hip. Hold this. Now if that's enough, you can stay here, but see about taking this further. Keep the toes, the right foot pointed to the side. Lift the right foot up as high as you can. And set it back down. Up for 2, and bring it down again. Up for 3, bring it back down. Up for 4, and set it down. Now up for 5 and hold, stay lifted. Try to take it further, pulse the right foot higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come down. And you can shake your legs out for a moment if you like. It's probably going to light things up a little bit strangely. And then when you're ready, just roll through center and come over to the other side. So you're going to be on the left side this time, on the left forearm and on the left hip. Now left leg straight, the toes stay pointed to the side. Step the right foot flat behind your left leg and bring your right hand in front of your chest. Lean into your right hand. Now push into the right foot. Lift the left hip up off the floor. Keep it lifted. And then take it back and forth. Left foot up as high as you can go. Set it back down. Lift up for 2. And then bring it back down. Up for 3. Bring it down again. Up for 4, and set it down. Up for 5, now hold. And then pulse the foot higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back down. And just bring yourself to center back to all fours. Now once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, just move. And we'll take things a little bit faster. Now go ahead, set this up. Wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips to start. Keep your shoulders over your wrists and tuck the toes of both feet. Now hover your knees up off the floor, maybe an inch or 2, not too high. And we're going to go back and forth from this position where the legs are 90 degrees. Now, just take it slow the first round. Put the weight to your right hand. And then as you step your left foot forward, lift the left hand up off the floor. And then come back to center, back to that all fours. Now put the weight to the left hand. Right foot forward as the right hand lifts. And then come back to center. Now keep moving. Bring your left foot forward again. And then step that foot back. Bring the right foot forward, lift your right hand. And then come back. Bring the left foot forward again. And then step back. Bring the right foot forward again. And then step back. It's harder than it looks. Bring your left foot forward again. And then step back. And then bring your right foot forward. Step it back. Left foot forward again. And then step this back. Right foot forward. And step it back. Couple more rounds. Bring your left foot forward again. And then step it back. Bring your right foot forward. And then step it back. One more round. Left foot forward. Step it back again. Right foot forward one more time. And then step it back and bring your knees down. And give yourself a moment to breathe. Now, once you're ready here, go ahead, slide your hands in closer to your knees. And then with your palms down, come up onto your feet, stay folded. Now, we're going to play with the crow position a little bit. You don't have to take things too far, but I want you to at least come into the setup here to start. So the hands stay flat, about shoulder width. Lift your heels, and bring your knees to touch your arms. Now, keep the knees in contact with your arms. Keep your hips up high. Look forward a little bit. And all you're going to do is walk this shape. So I want you to keep your heels lifted. You're on your toes. Lift the hands up off the floor just a couple inches. Now, when you're ready, look forward. Bring your hands forward. And then hop the feet forward an inch or two. And then keep doing the same thing, walking this forward. Bring the weight to the hands and then to the feet. So you're just feeling the rhythm of the movement, tipping your weight forward and back. And then once you come to the front of the mat, go the other direction, pressing your hands and bring your toes back. And just keep taking this back and forth. You're just going to move a few inches each time. Try to keep the knees in contact with your arms. Keep your hips up high. And again, just tune into the movement here. Don't try to overthink this too much. You're not really hopping, you're just walking. Now, once you make it to the back, walk this forward again. And we're just going to take this back into center where we started. And then once you make it back to center, go ahead and release and bring yourself down to all fours. And then from all fours, take a moment, shake your legs out a little bit again. Take a couple breaths, move around. And if you want to just hang out and breathe, take a break, that's fine. You can take another stretch if you like. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, and lift your hips, and bring yourself into downward facing dog. Now paddle out for a moment, let your hips move side to side. And just feel out how you've set this up. So hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your palms so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. Now as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. And keep that upward reach of the hips. Now if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, go ahead, bend the knees, and that's fine. Hips are still high. And you can stay loose with this if you like. You can just pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step this to the front of the mat. Let's take this to a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows. Maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin. And just slowly restack your spine. So bring yourself up to vertical. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor or to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Step this back to high plank. Now find your shape. Wrists into shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up high. Let's keep your body in line. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bring your knees down. Now shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. Just hold here for a moment. Now with your next inhale, pull your chest forward. Straighten the arms, upward facing dog. So kick into your feet, squeeze your glutes, pull the hips forward. Stay lifted through the arms, pull your chest forward, and reach the top of your head toward the ceiling. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, pull the belly in. Bring your hips up high, back to down dog. Paddle out, let your hips move side to side. And we're going to go through that variation of a sun salutation from here. So take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front. Now inhale, lift up halfway, extend the crown of the head forward. And then with the exhale, fold this down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And then with the exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to high plank. Now from plank, when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, draw your belly in, and bring your hips up high to down dog. We'll take 2 more rounds. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And then with the exhale, fold it back down again. Inhale, lift up halfway here. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back to high plank. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. Now with your next inhale, pull the chest forward. Straighten the arms, upward facing dog. And then with the exhale, draw the belly in. Hips up high to down dog. One last round. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. Exhale, fold this all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift here. And then with the exhale, set the hands and step it back to high plank. From your plank, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly and hips up high to down dog. And then once you come up to your down dog, just move around, pedal out, and breathe here. Now, from your downward facing dog, with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And then from that 3-legged dog, bend your right knee, hang your right foot left. So this is a scorpion dog. Try to stack the right hip above the left. Just breathe for a moment. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, 3-legged dog. And then with the exhale, bring the right foot down to the floor next to the left. Other side, inhale your left leg high. With the left leg lifted, bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, and let your body twist. Now this time, with an inhale, straighten your left leg, 3-legged dog. And then with the exhale, step that foot forward between your hands, come into low lunge. Now the left foot's your base. Pull the right knee into your chest and around your spine. And then take things slow. Take hold of your right knee. And let's come up all the way to vertical. Now once you're up, just give yourself a moment to breathe. Dig down into the left big toe. And then when you're ready, we'll take a standing twist. So right hand to the right hip. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Now draw the right shoulder back. Start to open your chest to the right and take this slow. Keep yourself vertical and keep yourself twisted. If you want to go further, you can reach the left hand to the outside edge of the right foot and maybe extend that right leg further forward. Just take things to where you can right now. Now we're still balancing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center. Right knee still lifted. Switch it out. Set the right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. And then we're going to take this back. So once you balance on the right foot, pull down the right knee, hinge from the right hip. Now extend your left leg back as far as you can and bring that left foot down. We're taking this into a high lunge stance. Now take a moment to adjust. You're on the toes left foot, the left heel's lifted behind, right knee bent, and pull the left hip forward and the right hip back so your hips are still squared to the front. Keep your torso upright. Now, once you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, it's a vertical twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Open up your chest to the right. Now, inhale back to center. Reach the arms up high again. With the exhale, twist this out. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale back to center. Arms up high. Exhale one more time. Twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Now hold here. Now look back toward the right hand. Keep the arms in line. Try to pull that left hip forward. Now, with your next inhale, turn to center, reach the arms up high. And with the exhale this time, lean forward, reach your arms behind. Now, I want to take this a little bit differently this time. So put the weight to the right foot, come forward, lift the left foot up off the floor. Now, maybe balance is closer to vertical, maybe down toward parallel. This is some version of Warrior 3. But then bend the right knee, set the left foot down. You're kneeling forward in that lunge, or leaning forward, I should say. Now, back and forth, breath to movement. Inhale the arms up high. Exhale, lean forward. Now, inhale, Warrior 3 on the right foot. Exhale, step back down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, Warrior 3. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, Warrior 3. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, Warrior 3, and hold here. Now stay balanced. You can always bend that right knee. Try to lower the right hip. Keep breathing. Or lower the left hip, rather. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, release. Both hands down, left foot down behind you, low lunge. Now I want to take this to a lizard lunge. So go ahead and bring both hands inside the right leg. And then walk the right foot toward the upper right corner of the mat. Now see if the right ankle is forward to the right knee. Curl the toes of the right foot up off the floor and keep them curled. Now go ahead and roll to the outside edge of the right foot so you can see the sole of the foot underneath. Right knee stays out to the side. Now press into both hands. Sink your hips down low. And try to keep that left knee lifted behind you. You can set it down if you need to. Now as you hold on to this, dig down into the outside edge of your right foot. And just take this up and down. So with an inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your hips high. Now exhale, sink down and stay low. Now you got options here. You can just stay like this. You can drop your left knee if you like. And if you want to take it deeper, see about bringing the right forearm down to the mat. Maybe bring the left forearm down as well. And again, keep the toes of the right foot curled. Keep that knee out to the side and just breathe with us here. All right, now slowly, from wherever you are, come up onto both hands inside that right foot. And then slide your right foot back behind your hands. Bring your left foot forward next to the right, forward fold. Now from here, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. We're going to take this into the setup for crow. So press the palms down, dig your fingertips into the floor, find that grip. And then lift your heels and bring the knees to touch your arms. You don't have to take this any further, but keep your hips up high and look forward. Now, if you can take it further still, keep looking forward, keep leaning. And if you want to just play with your balance, see about lifting the right foot, and you can set it down. Maybe lift the left foot and set it down. Now, if you want to take it further, keep gripping, keep looking forward, and then lean. Maybe lift both feet together, toes to touch. And when you're ready, set your feet down. We'll take the transition. So to move through the Vinyasa, go ahead, step your feet back, come into high plank. And then when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, bring the knees down. Now shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. Now we'll take that to the other side. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high this time. And with your left leg lifted, move to a scorpion dog. So bend the left knee, hang your left foot right. And just breathe into this for a moment. With your next inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. And then with the exhale, set the left foot down next to the right. Now inhale your right leg high behind you. And then bend the right knee, hang your right foot to the left, find that scorpion dog again. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. And then with the exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands, low lunge. Now, the right foot's going to be your base, and we'll take this to balancing. So put all the way to the right foot. Pull the left knee into your chest and around your spine. Take hold of your left knee, and let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, just dig into the right big toe, find your balance, slow your breathing down. And then as you're ready, left hand to your left hip, right hand outside to your left knee. Now stay tall, draw the left shoulder back, open up your chest to the left side. This is good enough right here. And if you want to take it further, you can reach the right hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Maybe extend the left leg further, but just take this as far as you can still balance and still hold the twist. Now still balancing, take an inhale. With the exhale, just turn to center, hands to your hips, left knee lifted. And then go ahead, switch this out, left foot down, right knee up high. Now once you got your balance here, press in that left big toe. Bend the left knee, hinge from the left hip, extend the right leg as far back as you can, and bring this into a high lunge stance. So deep in the left knee, right leg towards straight, right heel lifted behind. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Be sure your hips are still square to the front. Now when you're ready, reach the arms up high, take an inhale. With the exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward, open up. Inhale to center, arms reach high. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Now exhale one more time, left arm back, right arm forward, and hold here. Now try to keep the arms in line, look back toward that left hand, pull your right hip forward, and just keep breathing. Now with your next inhale, turn to center, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, lean forward and reach the arms behind. Everything's in line from the right heel to the crown of your head. Now when you're ready, push in your left foot, come forward, lift the right foot up off the floor, find your balance. Maybe toward vertical, this is fine. Maybe toward parallel with the floor, but keep your hips squared. And then bend your left knee, set the right foot down, you're still leaning forward. Breath to movement, inhale the arms up high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step down. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, warrior three, and hold. Stay balanced. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down, right foot down behind your low lunge. Now take this to your lizard lunge. Bring both hands inside your left foot. Walk the left foot toward the upper left corner of the mat. Ankle past the knee at least a little bit. Now curl the toes of the left foot, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge and keep that knee out to the side. Now press into your hands, sink your hips down low. Keep that right knee off the floor if you can. You can set it down if you need to. And then let's just take this up and down. So press into the outside edge of that left foot and keep the knee to the side the whole time. So with an inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, sink down low. Inhale, lift this up again. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, hips up high. Now exhale, sink down and hold, and this is good enough. Now if you can take it down further, see about coming down onto your forearms inside the left leg. And wherever you are, keep that left knee pressing out to the side, keep the toes left foot curled, and just breathe with this. All right, now from here, from wherever you are, come back up onto your hands. And then slide your left foot behind your hands. Bring the right foot forward next to the left, forward fold. Now from your fold, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. We're going to take that crow set up again. So palms down. Grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels, and bring the knees to touch your arms. Now look forward, lean forward, go slow. And you can just stay here. Now if you want to play with your balance, see about lifting your left foot. And then set the toes down. And see about lifting the right foot. Set the toes down. Now if you want to go further still, grip the floor, look forward, try to lean and lift the feet together. Big toes to touch, heels toward your seat maybe. And then when you're ready, release, bring your feet to the floor. And step it back to high plank. Now into the Vinyasa from plank, take an inhale when you're ready. With the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. Inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw the belly, hips up, pat it down, dog. And paddle out here. All right, now from your downward facing dog, we'll take the next sequence. So with the next inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the right leg lifted, move toward that scorpion dog again. So bend the right knee, hang your right foot left as hold. With the next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, set the right foot down next to the left. Now with your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. And then bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, open up your hips, scorpion dog to this side. Inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. Now with the exhale, step this forward, bring that left foot down between your hands. Now the left foot's your base, pull the right knee into your chest and round your spine. And let's take this up to vertical, take hold of the right knee. Come all the way up to standing. And just take it slow. Now press the left big toe into the floor, slow your breathing down. And then once you're stable this time, left hand comes to your left hip. With your right hand, pull the right knee out to the side and just keep it lifted and keep breathing. If you want to go further, you can reach inside the right leg, maybe find the big toe. Now with that grip, you can pull the knee higher, you can extend the leg further to the side, but just keep the knee out to the side and keep balancing however far you go with this. All right, still balancing from here. Bring both hands to your hips and bring your right knee forward. And then switch this out. Right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. And then once you're stable here, bring that left knee out to the side. Swing the left leg back. I want to step it back into a warrior two stance. So deep under the right knee, straight left leg, one line from the front heel to the back arch. Now sink down low. Go ahead and lengthen out the stance so it feels like a hip opener from the beginning. And keep your torso upright. Reach this equally front to back. Now take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm facing away. Right palm opened up toward the ceiling. And we'll go back and forth from here. So with the inhale, reverse, reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend this forward and keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse. With the exhale, extend forward one more time, hold here. Now, you got a choice. You can bring the right arm onto the right thigh, and this is good enough. Keep your left shoulder pulled back. If you want to go deeper, right hand to the floor, inside the right leg with the left shoulder still high. Now, deeper still, you can sink down and reach underneath the right leg. Maybe take a full bind and find that left hand, but just take it the way you can right now. You don't have to force it. Now, wherever you are, try to tuck the right hip under the left. Keep your left shoulder pulled back, and keep looking up toward the ceiling. Just breathe with this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, push into the right foot. Bring your hands to your hips and bring your torso upright. And then turn the heels and toes out. Just take this into a straddle stance. Now both legs straight. Reach the arms out wide. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then just take it slow. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, hinge from the hips. Come halfway down with your chest facing the floor. Now once you're facing down, just bring your fingertips down. Bend into both knees. And then reach out wide and take hold of each of the big toes. Now, once you've got that grip, maybe just stay here with the knees slightly bent, and that's fine. That might already be a good enough stretch. And you got choices. You can move side to side, bending deep into one knee and then the other. Or maybe just stay at center and pull your torso further down. You can move the hips up and down as well, but everybody feels this different, keep in mind. So just play around for a moment and feel where the stretch seems most effective for you here. You can always just hang out in the position that suits you best. Now, if you're still moving side to side, just bring your hips back into center. And then fingertips to the floor, straighten your legs, and reach the crown of the head straight forward so your chest faces the floor. Keep your torso long. Now, hold on to your core. You can always bend your knees if you need to, but reach the arms straight out to the sides. And we go back and forth from this position to twisting, so take an inhale. Now, with the exhale, twist left. Right hand reaches for your left ankle, left arm up high. Inhale to center with the arms out wide. And then with the exhale, twist this right and look up toward the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist left again. Now inhale up to center. And then with the exhale, twist right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist left one more time and hold. Now try to come down further. Bend the left knee as much as you need to, but close the gap of the left hip and pull the torso into your left thigh. Now, as you pull down with that right arm, reach up with the left arm, look up toward the ceiling, and just breathe with this here. Don't worry about whether your leg's straight. Just breathe into the stretch and keep your torso pulling into that left leg. Now take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands to the floor inside your left foot. And then bend deep into your left knee. Now, I want you to take kind of a weird bind here. So I want you to wrap your left arm around your left leg. Left hand comes to the left ankle or left foot. Right hand stays on the floor. Now push into your left foot, lift your right heel. And then drag the right big toe over till all the weight's in your left leg. Now you can stay on the right palm or maybe the fingertips of the right hand, but keep your hips up high, stay folded, and squeeze that left leg into your side. Now, if you can take this further still, and this is not supposed to be comfortable at all, maybe just hover the right foot, and that's plenty. Balance on the left. And then if you want to take it further, bend your right knee, pull the heel up toward your seat. And if you want to take it further still, try to point that right knee toward the front of the mat and see about bringing the thigh toward parallel with the floor. Now, this is definitely a weird position. It's not supposed to be comfortable at all, but just breathe into it. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just set the right foot down, release the left arm, and then turn to the right, bring your hands to the front of the mat, and step the left foot forward next to the right, forward fold. Now from your fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, let's come back to that crow setup again. So press into your palms, dig your fingertips down, lift your heels, bring the knees to touch your arms. Now look forward, lean forward, just go slow. You can just stay here. Now, if you want to play with your balance, keep gripping the floor and keep looking forward. But see about lifting your right foot for a moment. And then set it down. Try to lift that left foot. And then set it down. Now, if you want to take it further, lean forward so that both feet lift. Bring your toes to touch. Take this to where you can. When you're ready, just set your feet down and step it back to high plank. And we'll move through the transition from here. When you're ready, take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. Now with the inhale, pull your chest forward. Straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly in. Hips up, pat it down, dog. And paddle that. Now let's take all that to the other side to even things out. When you're ready here, inhale your left leg high behind you. And then scorpion dog again. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, let your hips open up. With your inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. And then with the exhale, set the left foot down. Inhale your right leg up high, keep it lifted. Now bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, find that scorpion dog again. With your inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. And then with the exhale, bring it forward. Knee to chest, step that right foot down between your hands, low lunge. Now, we're going to take this into balancing, so all the weight comes to the right foot. Pull the left knee to your chest and round your spine. And then just go slow. Take hold of your left knee. Bring this all the way up to vertical again. Now, find your balance. Dig down to that right big toe. Slow your breathing down. When you're ready, right hand to the right hip. Pull the left knee out to the side. And just keep that left knee lifted. This is good enough right here, but if you want to go further, you can reach the left hand inside the left leg, maybe find the big toe. If you have that grip, you can pull the knee up higher. You can always extend your leg out further if you like. All right, slowly, still balancing. Bring that left knee back in, bring your hands to your hips. And switch it out, set your left foot down. Come up to standing with the right knee high, dig down into that left big toe. And then when you're ready, swing the right knee out to the side and step the right foot back, find your warrior two stance here. So hips open, deep in the left knee, right leg straight, one line from the front heel to the back arch. Now make the stance long, sink your hips low, and then reach the arms equally front to back. Take the half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away, pull that shoulder back. Open up your left palm toward the ceiling. And let's take this back and forth. Inhale, reverse, reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward, keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend forward one more time, stay forward. Now you can bring the left arm onto the left leg, and this is good enough. Keep your right shoulder pulled back. If you want to go deeper, you can bring that left hand to the floor inside the left leg. If you want to go deeper still, you can reach underneath and bring the hands together for the full bind. But wherever you take this to, keep the right shoulder pulled back. Be sure you can see the ceiling. And work to tuck the left hip under the right. Just breathe here. All right, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly, just press into the left foot, lift your torso, hands to your hips. Turn the heels in, toes out, find your straddle stance. And then go ahead, reach the arms out wide, open up your chest, take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips and just come halfway down. Now once you take the halfway fold, go ahead, bring your hands down, bend into both knees. And like before, reach wide, take hold of your big toes. Now once you got that grip, you're free to move around however you like. Maybe side to side, maybe move the hips up and down, maybe just pull yourself to the floor in a deeper fold. But feel this out and feel out where the stretch seems most effective for you in this position. Now if you're moving side to side, bring your hips back into center. And then release the toes. Just bring your hands to the floor and extend the crown of the head forward. Find your halfway fold with your chest facing down. And then go ahead and reach the arms out wide. Now back and forth to twisting. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, twist right. Left hand reaches for the right ankle, right arm high. Inhale to center, arms out wide. Exhale, twist this left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist right again. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist right one more time and hold. Now, bend the right knee as much as you need to, but use your left hand, pull your torso into the right thigh. Close the gap at the hinge of the hip. Right arm reaches high. Look up toward the right hand at the same time, and just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down to the floor inside the right foot. Now bend to the right knee, sink to the right side a little bit. And then let's bind this. Wrap the right arm around the right leg so the right hand's going to be close to the right ankle or maybe the right foot. But keep that right leg pulled into your side. Left hand stays on the floor. Now put the weight to the right foot, lift your left heel. Drag the left big toe over to all the weights in your right leg. And with your left hand, you can stay in the palm or maybe come up onto the fingertips. Just keep your hips up high and keep your head low. Now to take it further, try to hover that left foot up off the floor. Maybe that's good enough. And if you can go further, bend your left knee, pull the heel up toward your seat. Maybe point that left knee toward the front of the mat and bring the thigh toward parallel with the floor. But just breathe with this. And again, I know this isn't especially comfortable. You're using lots of muscles that you probably never light up. But just work it as best you can and keep breathing. All right, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release. Go ahead, step that left foot down. Now turn to your left. Bring your hands to the front of the mat. Step the right foot forward next to the left forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale. Lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands down. Let's take it back into that crow setup. So palms down, grip the floor with your fingers. Lift your heels. And bring the knees to touch your arms. Now look forward, lean forward. Just go slow. Keep gripping. Now you can always stay here, but if you want to take it further, see about just lifting that left foot up. And then set it down, and then lift your right foot, and set it down. To take it further, grip the floor, look forward, maybe lift both feet, try to bring the toes to touch. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and release this. Step the feet back, come into plank one more time. And we'll move to the last vinyasa. So from plank, when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, set the knees. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly. Hips up, pat it down, dog. Now, once you find it down, dog, we're going to take this into a half pigeon stretch. So when you're ready, inhale the right leg up high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Now, right knee behind your right wrist. Right ankle behind the left wrist. So the shin's going to cross the mat. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Just work it as best you can. Bring your left knee down and flatten your left foot behind you. Now, as you come into this, pull your left hip forward. Keep it in line with the right so the hips are still squared. Sink your weight straight down and look for at least some of the stretch in the outer right hip or toward the glutes. Now, there's a whole bunch of different positions you can do with this. You can keep your torso upright like you are, and this might be fine. You can go deeper toward a back bend if you want to go in that direction. And you can always just melt down to the floor. Now I'm going to cue this with a twist, and if you want to take that, then slide your right hand away from you, about one hand's length, and then you're going to reach your left arm under the right, palm facing the ceiling. Use the right hand to lower yourself and bring the left shoulder down. Now as you come into this, you can just look to the right and bring your head down to the floor, and then with your right hand, work to stack the right shoulder above the left. Now, if you want to take things further, keep the right foot active. Curl the toes, kick down into the floor with the right foot, and that'll bring even more of the stretch onto the outer right hip. Just breathe into this here. All right, and then slowly from wherever you are, come back up onto your hands close to that right shin. And we'll take this to the other side. So when you're ready, go ahead, tuck the toes of your left foot. Lift the left knee, release your right leg, and just shake it out. And then to switch, once the right foot's down, inhale your left leg up high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you. Pull your right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. And sink your weight straight down. Keep your hips squared. Look for at least some of that stretch on the left hip or in the glutes on the left side. And again, you can just stay upright, and this is good enough. And you can always just melt this down. But if you want to take the twist, go ahead, slide the left hand away from you a little bit. And then bring the right arm underneath the left. So the right palm's up. Bring that right shoulder down slowly. And go ahead and look to the left side. Now, you can take this further, pressing the left hand. Try to stack the left shoulder above the right. But keep kicking down into the left foot and feel that move further into the outer left hip. And just breathe with us here. All right, and then slowly on this side, come back up onto both hands. And bring them in close. When you're ready, tuck the toes of the right foot, release the left leg, just shake it out for a moment. Now, once you set the left foot down, go ahead and bring your knees to the floor. And we are going to take, I'll tell you what, we're just going to take the entry toward Firefly here just to feel things out. So you are definitely going to feel this in the hips. So go ahead and keep your hands on the floor, but tuck your toes, bring your hips up high. And all we're going to try to do here is sit this down. So to come into this and just work this as best you can, we've definitely been working some stretches into the hips. See that your feet are wider than your hips. Heels in, toes out, keep your knees bent and keep your hips up high and just stay loose. Now, as best you can, try to come into this forward fold. And we're just going to see basically if you can sit on your arms. Now, the hand's going to walk between your legs. Keep the fingertips pointed forward. And if you need to back off from the wrist, you can rotate your fingers to the side, right or left, but no further than 90 degrees. So you don't want to point your fingertips away from you, keep in mind. Now, once you're ready, walk your hands between your legs, and you're trying to find as deep a forward fold as you can. So push your fingers into the floor. Pull your torso down low, and try to get the shoulders between the knees or as close as you can. Now, when you're ready, just stay loose like this. Keep your knees bent. And then set your hands down flat, bend the elbows, and maybe you stop at any point, but if you can, see about just sitting on your upper arms. Try to keep your chest facing down and keep breathing. Now, if you're able to find this position, keep your knees squeezing towards center. And if you want to take it a little bit further, start to walk the feet in toward each other. And if you can, see about hooking at the ankles. Now, this takes you to arm pressure pose. If you're able to hook the feet, squeeze the legs in, and maybe lift your feet up off the floor. And as long as you squeeze the thighs in toward your arms, you're going to be able to keep your butt up off the mat. And if you lose it, you'll just come to sitting down. Keep in mind, just work it as best you can. You're definitely going to feel this in the inner thighs. And eventually that would take you toward Firefly, but I'm just going to stay with this. So go ahead and release this. Bring your feet back down if they're lifted. And release your arms. Go ahead, come down to all fours. All right, that's as deep as we're taking that with the hip opening today. So from all fours, let's take this up. We're going to start to open the front of the body a little bit more. So I want you to slide your knees forward behind your wrists. And just keep the knees about hips width distance apart. The feet stay flat underneath. Now everything from the knees on up stacks to vertical. Now bring your hands to your hips. Pull the elbows toward each other. Draw your shoulders back to open up your chest. And if you prefer, you can set your hands lower or bring them up higher, but wherever you put the hands, make sure the elbows draw towards center and the shoulders stay pulled back so your chest stays open. Now, we're going to take this toward a version of Lagavadrasana. So kick into the floor with your feet, squeeze your glutes and keep your hips pressed forward. So there's a light arc from the knees all the way through to your shoulders. Pull your chin into your chest. Now, we're just going to go back and forth, hinging from the knees. So slowly lean back, hinge from the knees, keep your glutes squeezing, just come back a few inches. And then push into your feet and come forward. Keep your glutes engaged. Now do it a second time. Hinge from the knees. Lean this back. Feel the tension in the thighs from the knees through the front of the pelvis. And then bring yourself forward again. Now we're going to do it one more time. This time I want you to lean back and find a position you can hold for 5 breaths. So again, kick down. Squeeze your glutes. Keep your hips forward. And then hinge from the knees. Lean back. Hold here. Keep your chin close to your chest. Keep the glutes squeezing. Keep the feet kicking down. And then slowly bring yourself upright. And then come down to sitting on your heels for a moment. And just breathe. All right, we're going to take it back up again. It's going to be similar, but this is going to be camel pose. Rather than lowering, you're going to keep the hips stacked over your knees. So go ahead, bring yourself back up. Now, I recommend keeping your feet flat behind you. If it serves you better, you can always tuck your toes. I find that uncomfortable. We'll work it as best you can. And then just like before, bring your hands to your hips. Pull the elbows toward each other. Pull your shoulders back and open up your chest. And again, you can always change the hand position if you need to. But keep the glutes engaged and keep your hips forward. Now this time, walk your gaze up the wall in front of you and find the point of the ceiling that's directly above. Now check in. Press down into your feet. Squeeze your glutes so the hips press forward. Release your shoulders toward the floor and keep your chest open. And this is good enough right here. Now, if you want to take things further, you can walk your gaze along the ceiling, maybe look for the back wall. And if you're able to take it deeper, this isn't for everybody, you can always release your hands, bring them to your heels, and use that grip as you still pull the hips forward and still open up your chest. Just breathe however far you go. All right, slowly from here, walk your gaze along the ceiling and find the front wall. Bring yourself all the way down to sitting on your heels. And just give yourself a moment to breathe. Now when you're back bending, if you take it too deep, sometimes the blood rushes from your head. So if everything looks unusually dark, just stay here. Don't go anywhere. But whenever you're ready, bring your legs out from underneath you and come all the way down onto your back. Now when you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything in tight. And then we'll take this as a supine twist. So just release the left leg extended out fully. Bring your left hand to your right knee and reach the right arm out to your side. Now keep both shoulders down, but with your left hand, pull the right knee across your body and bring your gaze right. And you're looking for the stretch outer right hip toward your low back. Now if you need more, you can press down with your left hand. And if you want to take it further, you can always extend that right leg out to the side. But just keep breathing, keep twisting, and keep both shoulders down. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back into center. Drop both knees in. And then take it the other way. So go ahead, extend the right leg out fully. Bring the right hand to your left knee. Left arm out to the side. Now pull the left knee across your body. Tuck the right hip underneath. Keep both shoulders on the floor. And bring your gaze left this time. Now you're looking for the stretch in the outer left hip toward the low back on this side. If you want to take it further, you can press down with the right hand. Further still, you can extend the left leg. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bring this back into center. Pull both knees toward your chest. And then once the knees come in close, let's take happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. And then stack your ankles above your knees and draw down on both sides. Now as you pull down, try to bring the knees to the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Now try to flatten your spine, sink your tailbone down toward the floor. And you can rock this side to side if you like. And if you want to take it further, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally from here, take a deep inhale, draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release, extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms to your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. When you're ready here, just start to move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And go ahead and stretch this out. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything back in. Pull the elbows toward your chest, draw your knees up as well. And then just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Now ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale, hold on to at the top. And just let everything go. Now thank you for doing class. Namaste.